Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael, and welcome to another episode of Epic Fridays, where epic people share their epic story. Ladies and gentlemen, and today we have a very special guest. She spent 7 years in Saudi working as a nurse, and she is now in the UK with a skilled worker visa. Now, mind you, people, she has been to the UK before, but as a student. And, unfortunately, things didn't turn out well for her back then. In fact, she committed, well, it's not a crime really to overstay, but because the solicitor that attended to her needs was not competent enough, um, her application for further leave to remain was not granted to her. And because of that issue, she had some doubts. She was afraid to go back to the UK. She didn't know really how, she's gonna go. She's gonna come back to the UK, and until she found out about Ian's. Now, I want you to listen to this story because it's really interesting. Okay, she will tell you everything about her journey, about her joining with Ian's, about her a nurse, being a senior carer, how she was able to go to the UK as a skilled worker. And, let's get to know our guest today. And our guest today is Juvy. Hi, Juvy. How are you today?
I'm good. It's just a little cold today.
Oh, is it cold? Because where are you now?
I'm in London.
Fantastic. Which part of London are you in now?
We're in Fishley.
Oh, North Finchley.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, in Barnet. Okay, right. Juvy, first of all, I'd like to thank you for your time. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to, put you in the show. I know you are some sort of a private person, but we were speaking a lot during the times that you were still trying to get for a sponsorship, and you've got so many questions. You text me in the middle of the night. I don't know, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's my job, and I was more than happy to help you, right? But again, I'd like to thank you for your time, and hopefully, okay, you'll be able to share your wonderful story to our viewers today. Yeah?
Yes.
Are you
I'd like
excited?
to. Yes, I am excited. But first of all, I'd like to thank you for all your efforts that you put up during my application and up to now.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Again, it's not something that I do out of, because I try to hide that I'm a really good person. I just tell you that it's my job. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You're welcome, Juvy. Okay, like always, we want our viewers to know who our guest is, who you really are, what you went through, what was your experience, and all that. So, can we start by asking you, who are you? Introduce yourself, Juvy.
Okay, I'm Juvy Andrea Balmeo. I am originally came from the Philippines and working as also a registered nurse in the Philippines. I worked in the Philippines for 2 years until I decided to go in the UK for the first time as a student.
Okay, when was this?
That was, I think, October of 2010.
2010. Wow, 11 years ago. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And then my student visa or my study I didn't finish it, so it didn't work out. And until my visa ran out, and I decided to find a solicitor to help me file for FLRO so that I can find a better school or any way to continue my stay in the UK.
Right.
But then my application also was refused after a year.
Okay. After a year.
Yeah. And then after that, my solicitor advised me to file for appeal. But I was not confident enough for their services that they will be able to help me because the first application was also rejected. So before the result came out, I decided to go back in the Philippines.
Okay, right. Like what they say, fool me once, that's on me. Fool me twice. I don't know how that saying goes actually, but I just remembered. So the second time that they tried to help you, you said, never mind, I don't think you can help me anymore. So I'd rather go back to the Philippines and try my luck elsewhere, right?
I
Okay.
still filed. I still filed
Oh,
for
you still filed it.
appeal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But then after 2 or 3 months, my confidence on their how they do their things is
Mm-hmm.
getting less and less, lesser and less.
Mm-hmm.
So I just said to myself, I'm done. I'll just go
Mm-hmm.
back in the Philippines.
Okay, right, I understand. Now, speaking of the Philippines as your home country, um, how many are you in the family?
We are four now in the family. My
Four
brother,
of
my
you.
sister, me, and my mom. Yes.
Okay, and where are your brothers and sisters now?
My brother and sister are living with my mom, and
Back
they're
in the
both,
Philippines.
yes, back in the Philippines, and they're both married.
hmm Okay, right. Um, but how was like living in the Philippines? I understand that we were having our conversation earlier. You told me that it felt like you really didn't belong to the Philippines. You were always out of the country. But what do you think made you feel that way? Besides the fact that, of course, you've experienced the life in the UK. I
Yeah.
think this is the life that I want to live, and this is not the life that I'm seeing in the Philippines. If I decide to stay there and live there, I mean, what is it like living in the Philippines actually?
Well, to be honest, I just lived there for about the maximum for the last 10 years or 11 years was 7 months. It's really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult because everything is expensive. I cannot even help my mom
Mm-hmm.
finance all the household needs. So
Mm-hmm.
I told myself this cannot be
Right.
because
Okay.
yes, because it's real difficult. Everything's expensive and getting expensive each day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, you told me that you were living with your mum. Do you mind me asking where your dad is?
He passed away back in 20 2008.
2008. Okay, not longer. I'm sorry to hear about that. But after he passed away, I'm assuming that life changed for you, but in what way?
Um, Maybe because it changed in the way that I also need to be responsible
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because before my father passed away, he told me to look after my mom and my siblings. So
Right.
up to now, even though I'm not the breadwinner of the family, I still try my best. I'm still trying my best to help them
Mm-hmm.
in every way I can
I
financially.
understand. As always, I love people who's putting their family first. Even though, I mean, you're single at the moment, yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that with this opportunity, you are able to save up for yourself, save up for your future, whatever plans that you have. But again, you chose to give back to your family. You chose to look after your family because, well, normally that's what most Filipinos do. Yeah. And I'm happy to hear that from you. Now, Juvy, I wanted to ask, um, 7 years in Saudi, okay? I understand that that is, I think, one of the um, few places in the Middle East that most nurses go to, other than
Yeah.
Dubai or Abu Dhabi or Qatar. There is Saudi. But how is it like living in Saudi for the last 7 years?
It was like living in prison, but you're eating delicious food.
Okay,
In
right.
Saudi was like you cannot go everywhere if you
Mhm.
want to. Well, you can go, but we have in our company we have curfew time, so you cannot really enjoy everything to the fullest.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Other than
Ah,
other than
okay.
it's really busy work, and by
Uh-huh.
the time you finish your shift, you're already exhausted.
Right. Okay. As a nurse, how many hours a day do you work?
It depends, but because there are short staff in the company that I used to work with,
Mhm.
mostly 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours.
8 to 12 hours a day. And how many days off do you get in a week?
It depends on us if we want to take overtime during Fridays,
Uh-huh.
7 days a week. But sometimes we get one off in a month or twice in a month. Twice in a
One
month.
day in a month. Oh my
But
gosh,
only in a month.
that is
It's
too
a choice
much.
actually because you can give it away the overtime during that's only during Fridays.
Wow, I didn't know about that. I mean, most countries, especially those in the Middle East, I understand that the day offs are usually Fridays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some lucky employees they get Friday and Saturday, but you're getting 1 or 2 days off per month. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Um, okay. Now, of course, again, we're staying in the Middle East. I'm currently in Dubai, yeah, and I'm jealous that you are in the UK at the moment. And so it's so unfair that we're
Come here.
doing this interview via online when we're supposed to be talking in person. But that's okay. I wanted to understand, Juvy. You said something like it's like living in a prison. You work and work, and then you get to have a day off, a few days in a month. But other than that, I think being a woman or a female in Saudi has also added some, how do you say this, um, heaviness in terms of living in Saudi. Is that correct?
In some point, yes, but for me, I don't feel really like being oppressed into something that I need to do in a specific matter only because
Mhm.
where I live was in Jeddah. They're a little bit loosened up with everything.
Right.
It's just seldom
Okay.
that I experience tightness or experiencing the loss it is.
Hmm. Hmm. I understand that Jeddah is one of like where most Filipino communities are in. Um, was that fact able to give you like the feeling of, okay, fine, I work, but at the same time, I'm happy that I have friends or, people who have become our family over the period of years. Uh, was it something that helped you throughout your stay in Saudi?
Yes, somehow, but every now and again, I always feel like I want to be free.
Hmm. Hmm. Free in what way, Juvie?
Um, Maybe about everything, doing everything that I used to do when I was in the UK because like
Hmm.
I, I experienced the life in the UK before I went to Saudi, so I was expecting like the same to get the same freedom to do everything without thinking that I don't need to wear this, I need to wear that
Yeah. Okay.
without any
I
restriction.
hmm I understand because if you are a lady or a woman living in Saudi, you need to be covered up. Your ankles should not be showing. I mean, locals in there, they can't show their faces, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, of course, because you had that um, experience back in the UK, where you saw, again, there's freedom, people are happy, there's work life balance. Um, have you tried, when you were a student in the UK, have you tried doing some part time work?
Oh no, not actually.
Okay, so when you were there, you were just totally doing studies, yeah?
Um, there's a OGT, OJT. That's how
Uh-huh.
we call it in the Philippines. That is related to work. I
Mm-hmm.
worked in a care home before.
Oh, okay. Right. And um, because you are a nurse, working in a care home is something that is not new to you. Am I correct? Because you were a
Yes,
nurse, but then you work in a care home, so it's the same thing, yeah?
yes, yes.
Okay, but how was that experience for you? Did you see something like, okay, I think this is the job that I'm looking for, or was it something else that you discovered during this time?
Well, during those times, it is. I think part of. I was thinking that it was a part of my job as a nurse, but I didn't really act. I didn't really work as a nurse. I worked as a skilled, basic skilled worker, support worker. It's like
Okay.
working kids. Here.
Hmm. So you
It's
were a
not a
support worker during the time that you were doing your internship.
yes. It was
Okay.
not actually my dream job, but
Yeah.
it is something that it is something new that I can learn.
Okay. But
Add it to my
becoming a
experience.
nurse, is it something that you really wanted in the first place?
Yes, to become a nurse
Okay, so
in the
you really
UK.
wanted to be a nurse before, when back in your younger days, if I'm,
Yes.
uh, okay, right. So, you have been a nurse in Saudi for the last 7 years. You
Yes.
didn't like the life that you saw, or the life that you were living, but I'm quite curious, really. What took you so long before you actually tried to do something about it? It took you 7 years before you realized that, okay, I'm not really happy here. I think I think I need to do some action. I think I need to talk to some people. I think I need to do this and that. Yeah, I want to know what took you so long. But before that, okay, before that, let's go to a quick break, okay? And
Okay.
we will answer that question when we come back, right?
Okay.
Don't go away. And we're back, everybody. Welcome to Epic Fridays, where epic people share their epic story. My name again is Michael, and for those of you who just tuned in, welcome to our show. And of course, we have our special guest today, Juvy from Saudi, who is now in the UK, right? Juvy, welcome back to the show. Before we took a break, I asked you a question. You spent 7 years in Saudi as a nurse. And what, I mean, before being in Saudi, you were already in the UK as a student, okay? And then ever since, you wanted to go back to the UK. But why wait for 7 years? What happened throughout those years? What was the plan? What are the things that you tried doing to go back to the UK? Or was there any plan of, okay, if not UK, not Saudi, where will I go? Tell us, please.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, Michael, it has been my dream to go back here in the UK. But
Mm-hmm.
then the previous entry problem
Mm-hmm.
um, made me think twice. So
Okay.
instead of coming back here or applying back here in UK, I tried to apply it in Canada.
Okay. How did
Yes.
that go for you?
I managed to apply for express entry, but until now there's no result. So I said to myself, I can't stay in Saudi Arabia for too long. I'm already
Uh-huh.
fed up.
Okay.
So that that happened when saw Ian's advertisement in my Facebook page.
Okay.
And
Right.
I said to myself, let me try. Let me try to visit their website, FB website. So FB. So I think I've seen the story of the Rhea. I think yes. She's also a nurse.
Yeah.
That gave me hope. That gave
Okay.
me hope. And then I didn't hesitate to send you a message in Messenger. I think you're the one who answered me my
Oh, really?
queries.
I can't
Yes,
remember. Okay.
yes, you were the
Right.
one. And then I started receiving emails
Uh-huh. Okay.
regarding everything that you do. And then
Uh-huh.
I figure out that Ian's is actually also managed by Sir Ian Refugia.
Uh-huh. Okay.
To be honest, I know him from my previous entry because my cousin availed their services in
Ah,
filing the
I
RA.
see.
Yes, I
Okay.
met him before in High
Mm-hmm.
Road. Yes,
Ah, so even before 10 years ago, Ian's was already part of your life. It was really
yeah,
meant to be, isn't
he
it?
actually helped my cousin to fight for
Uh-huh.
FLRA,
Okay.
and I was really impressed by him before. So
Uh-huh.
so recently before I come here, I when I saw that he's also part of Ian's and he's actually the MD of Ian's, that gave me okay, I will go.
Right.
I didn't make any second thought.
Okay.
I
That's
signed
good.
up right away.
Great. So before we talk about your application with us, you said yourself until now your application to Canada still doesn't
Mhm.
have any updates or whatever. But did you
Nothing.
pay that agency?
I did pay that agency.
Okay. Do you remember how much you paid?
I think I paid about 8,000 dirhams.
Ah, that's quite a lot of money, if I'm being honest. And you're not alone in you're not the only person who actually told us the same thing. In fact, most people who's been guesting in our show has the same exact story. Tried Canada, paid the full amount, 2-3 years pass, nothing. And it's like I just paid my money to be waiting for nothing. Yeah. But now you found Ian's, okay? You saw an advert about a webinar, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, yes, about
Um,
the webinar.
right. And then of course you did your research, and then you actually remembered in the past that Ian's there was one person in Ian's that helped your cousin file for their application, which was granted. Yeah. And
Yes,
so that gave you the hope that okay, since 2010 and now it's 2021, it's the same company. They're still existing. um, I've got a close person that I know who was able to avail of their help. I think it's my turn this time. Is that right?
yes, that's correct.
Fantastic. Now, Juvy, when you decided to join the webinar, what was your expectations?
Well, I am expecting that everything that you will promise will be delivered because from my experience in Ian's before, well, not my experience actually, my cousin's experience,
Mhm.
you're always there and you always support your applicants
Mhm.
in every way that you can.
Mhm.
I'm, and my expectation is that you will deliver what you promised. And
Right.
here I am.
Okay. And was that the same experience that you had? I mean, with your cousin 11 years ago?
Yes, yes, that's the same experience and much
Oh,
better because
really?
Ian's now has yes, because Ian's now has a lot of very accommodating staff that
Mhm.
will help their candidates to with all their queries, with all their problems, and I think there's nothing that Ian's can resolve because you're full package.
Wow, great. I love hearing that. Full package, yeah? 360 degrees of services. Now, Juvy, during the webinar, you were already probably contemplating, okay, I am a nurse, right? We've shown you a pathway going to the UK. The fastest route is to become a senior carer, right?
Yes.
I mean, what were you thinking? I'm already a nurse, okay? Should I come to the UK as a senior carer? What was your thought?
Well, for me, I have no problem working as a senior carer because it is the fastest route to be here in the UK. And
Right.
I'm thinking that maybe when I'm already here, it will be more faster if I'll just pursue my nursing career here in the UK.
Okay.
With the help of Ian's as well.
Okay. So that was your thought process, yeah? Grab the opportunity in getting to the UK the fastest way. And when I arrive in the UK, I start planning my next steps, which is again to pursue my nursing career. Of course, still with the help of Ian's, which we can actually help you with. Once you get your PIN number, once you've passed your OSCE, I can line you up with 3-5 employers in one day. Yeah,
Exactly.
and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, actually, we are hiring 50 nurses to be deployed to Wales. Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't have your PIN yet because you just arrived, but that's okay. Your time will come. Yeah. Now, Juvy, I'm really glad about how you thought of things. Yeah. Grab the opportunity. When I get there, plan my next steps. That's it. The first goal is to, again, be back in the UK. That's it.
Yes, the fastest way, yes.
Wonderful. Now, let's discuss about your journey with Ian's, okay? I understand that it took you more than 6 months before you were able to arrive in the UK, right? But that doesn't matter, okay? Because I want the full story, yeah? Tell me everything that there is to know regarding your journey, your ups, your downs. You know, when was the first interview? How many times you were interviewed? And when was the day that you actually received your COS and managed to get your visa approval? Don't answer yet, okay? Don't answer yet, because when we come back, we will hear all those answers. So stay tuned, everybody, and we will be back. Good morning, everyone. It's still me, Michael, okay? And welcome to Epic Fridays, where epic people share their epic story. We have our guest today, Juvy, from Saudi, who's now in the UK. And before we took a break, we asked her the question, how is your journey with Ian's? Let's talk about the full journey that she's gone through in the last months and how everything was made possible for her, right? Juvy, are you still there?
Yes, Michael.
Great. Juvy, now I want to know, let's go through this. Let's digest this. When was the first time that you joined the webinar?
I joined the webinar last April 23.
April 23rd.
And I learned from there.
April 23rd, so that's like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 8 months. 8 months after attending the webinar, okay, you are now in the UK. But of course, again, the viewers, the people who's watching us right now, are probably wondering what transpired the last 8 months. Okay, so after attending the webinar on the 23rd of April, what did you do? What was your next step?
We signed up in Momentum Club last April 28th. And then
Okay.
2 weeks, I received an email that I am shortlisted for an interview.
Oh, after just 2 weeks?
Yes, after 2 weeks.
Wow, that's fast. Okay. And how did that interview go?
Oh, it went well. I got the
Okay.
post. They offered.
Oh, really? Who was
Yes.
the who was the employer? Do you remember?
Ian's domiciliary care.
Ian's domiciliary care. Right. So, 2 weeks into the program, you've got an offer with Ian's domiciliary care. Was this the only interview that you've got?
That's the only interview that I accepted.
Oh, okay. That was the only. But how many times were you shortlisted? Do you remember?
Only one. I only got shortlisted once, and then got the positive result. I think after one day.
Okay. Now, so this was a few, or maybe I think second week of May, right? That you have been interviewed. You've gotten, and which was a positive interview. You've got the post, you've got the job offer, and you agreed to the offer. Is that correct?
Yes, I agreed with the offer.
Right. So now, from May until when did you get your COS?
I got the COS. I think it was first week of November.
First week of November. So that, I think that's like 6 months of waiting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, were you able to understand why you waited 6 months before you were granted the COS?
Yes, it's actually because of the requirements that we need to complete. Well, because in my part, it's really difficult to acquire all those requirements while you are working full time.
Oh yeah.
So I was trying to do my best to acquire one by one. So when I finished that, I just informed my tutor that I already finished everything.
Okay, right.
The time that they send me to someone that can process the application.
Right. And then, of course, the added fact that we needed to request for the COSs for our carers, which took, if I'm being honest, months, because this was the time when there was still the pandemic. The home office was not responsive as we wanted them to be, and we were really just waiting for the decision from the home office so that we can start assigning the COSs to our carers who's outside of the UK. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching, okay, Juvy is now currently working with Ian's domiciliary care. This is part of our company, what do you call this? A separate part of our group of companies, because again, we are a solicitors company. We do have a training services. We also a recruitment agency, international recruitment agency, and of course, we also have our own healthcare services, which is the Ian's domiciliary care, which Juvy is now a part of. Are you happy? Are you proud to be part of this team, Juvy?
Yes, I am really happy.
Because what made you say that? I don't believe you.
Other than I'm working in Ian's, because I know Ian's will provide everything that we need to be successful to be equipped to work as senior carer.
Right. Okay. Now, Juvy, in the waiting period, while waiting for your COS, I understand that probably after 3 months, 4 months, you were able to complete all your requirements. Yeah.
Yeah.
but still you were waiting for your COS to be assigned to you. What were you doing during this period of time? You know, how do you say that? Putting aside, you know, completing your documents, completing your requirements. What else were you doing during that time?
I'm also internee in support group in Ian's during those times.
Right. Okay. You were doing part-time remote work with Ian's, answering
Yes.
questions, supporting the team, making sure that there would be someone on our communication channels who would be answering questions from applicants who, just like you, are probably wondering, can Ian's really help me? And how was that experience for you? I remember Juvy asking you, Juvy, you've done your hours, okay, as part of our support team. You can go now. You don't need to be, you know, working with us. And then you told me, can I stay? For some reason, you said you wanted to stay. Why?
Yes, because I just want to be a part of every people's success. That are asking queries, and it's satisfying for me to be part of their journey as well. Journey
Great.
of success.
Go ahead.
Other than for myself, I am also a candidate. I'm just telling everyone that the satisfaction that you will feel when you think that you're helping someone to be part of their dream, something
Right.
like that.
I love that, you know. I mean, you are already successful and you were just waiting for your COS, really. You wanted to give back to those people who were in the same position as you are months ago. This was not a paid internship, by the way, for those of you who's watching. We don't pay our interns, okay? We pay them with experience, and the experience that Juvy got was, I think, more than what she asked, because again, after the hours that she rendered, she decided to stay. And it's only because she saw the vision that we had, which was to help people. And she loved helping people, which I'm really happy to hear from you, Juvy. And because of that, I mean, you are in a better position, if I'm being honest, to help out these people because you're in the program. That's number one. And number two, you work directly with our team members. And so you're able to answer their questions promptly and correctly. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
And now let's talk about the time when, okay, Juvy, the COS will be arriving soon, okay? But I can't tell you when. I can remember that I was updating you from time to time regarding your COS, but it took, again, I think a few more weeks before we were really able to do that for you. What was happening to you during this time? What were your thoughts? Are you starting to build some doubts with the process? Were you starting to feel a little uneasy because, I mean, what's happening? Am I waiting for nothing, or am I just? I want to know, Juvy. I want to know, really.
To be honest with you, Sir Michael, I didn't feel any doubt. I'm just being made impatient because of the long wait. Impatient, but I have no doubts.
Right.
Because every applicant has their own timeline. We're not all the same. We don't have the same timelines. So maybe I was thinking all the time that I just need to be patient because I know that we want to deliver what they promised. So that's what I do. I just waited and enjoy my time in the social media support.
Right. And I remember back then. Sorry, you were saying?
I trust Ian's.
Oh, thank you for your trust, Juvy. And because of that trust, you are now in the UK. Now,
Yes.
I also remember, Juvy, that you wanted me to how do you say this? You wanted me to hasten up the process because your contract as a nurse in Saudi was ending by the end of the year. Yeah,
Yes.
and I can
Yes.
understand really the anxiety. Do I need to renew my contract? Do I need to stay?
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
you know, but what advice or help did you get during these times?
Um, you told me, or not only you, but also Miss Jan and Miss Maria and you, that do not worry because we will get you in the UK before your visa expires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hold on to that, and here I am now.
Great. You know what, Juvy, if I'm being honest with you, yeah, I need to fight for you. I told my team, guys, I want Juvy out of Saudi before this year ends. Yeah,
I
that's what I
knew
told
it.
them.
I
I told
knew
them
it.
this person has been a really, really good help with us. Yeah, she's part of the support team. She does her rounds and her shift. Even if it's not her shift, she answers people on Facebook. Yeah, I've not heard any complaints from Juvy. She's been really patient with us, and now her contract is running out, and I don't want her to renew. Okay, I don't want to cause her any more problems. So please do your thing and let's assign her a COS today. That's what happened. Do you believe that?
I do believe that because you're making me cry now, Sir Michael.
Why?
To be honest with you, when I spoke to you that night, that day, I had this strong feeling that you were the reason why my application has been put forward the next day, immediately. Because
Mhm.
after we talked, the next day, Mr. Sahil contacted me and he wanted to start processing the application. So
Right.
I feel in my heart that it's you. So proud of them. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Juvie. Um, we are aware that there are now hundreds and hundreds of members in our program, and most of them are getting impatient because really they don't understand that some things take time. Yeah, we don't have control over some things, but when the time comes that we do have the control over things like assigning a COS, booking you for a visa appointment, we can do that right away. Yeah. But I think it was your patience, your commitment, and loyalty with us that really allowed you to get what you deserve, which is a skilled worker visa in the UK. And not only that, it's a skilled worker visa application sponsored by Ian's Domiciliary Care. Yeah, and I'm happy that you are part of the team. Basically, we are colleagues. Yeah, we are teammates, if I'm being honest, technically speaking. And I'm happy to be working with you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure working with you when I was in uh, support team as
Support
well.
team. Yeah, great. Now, Juvy, I didn't mean to make you cry, but we can help everyone. In fact, we always try our best to help these people, but again, we don't have controls over everything. Okay, and I'm just really glad that you were patient, you were understanding, and you didn't have any doubts. You didn't doubt the process. You didn't doubt that, okay, probably I just wasted my money. Nothing's happening. Yeah, I got the offer, but, still nothing's happening. But yeah, your attitude was really different from anybody, from most people, if I'm being honest. And that's what really, one of the things that really motivated us to help you. Okay. And, you played your role. And that's why we delivered what we promised you. Okay, now before we end the show, Juvy, Um, I know that you've worked hard for this. I know that you've put in a lot of effort. You've put in a lot of time. You were patient, you were committed. And now, for those of us watching, if you have some friends or family who's probably, skeptical when you started with us, because a lot of our members, they say, oh, I've got 4, 5, 10 friends who's just waiting for me to arrive in the UK, and then when I arrive in the UK, then they will join. Yeah. What can you tell these people? What's your message to them?
Okay. For all my friends and colleagues before, and to everyone who's watching, we're all worth our dreams. We just need someone who can help us achieve that. And I'm telling you, I'm the living proof that Ians will deliver everything that they promised. So attend our webinars and be part of our Momentum Club, and you will see how Ians do their magic.
Great.
I'm okay.
You are in the UK indeed,
Yes.
and you are in quarantine, waiting for your
Yes.
PCR results to come out. Ian is actually waiting for you guys to get out of quarantine so that you can start your training, okay, and start delivering those care packages.
Yes.
Great. Juvy, it's been my pleasure interviewing you in our today's episode. I'm really happy and proud of your journey. In fact, I'm looking forward to see you guys over there. And you still owe me a sushi, if I remember, right?
Yes, oh my God. Just come here. All you need to do is come here.
I will one
And
day.
yes, and it's I'm telling you now, Sir Michael, that if whenever you need me for an interview for your live shows, I'm always free for you. I'll
Great.
make time.
Fantastic. I'm happy to hear that. But unfortunately, you will be doing care work, okay? You probably choose to do a lot of overtime. I don't want you to spend 2 days off for a whole month. It doesn't work that way, okay? You need to do
Okay.
work-life balance, okay?
Yes.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Sir Michael.
No problem. Juvy, thank you very much again for your time, and best of luck and all the best to your new life in the UK.
Thank you, sir. Hope to meet you soon.
I hope so too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Juvy. And there you have it, guys. Oh my gosh. I hear a lot of stories. I hear a lot of how do you say that? That it was me who first spoke to them or chatted with them on Facebook, and when they tell me that, I just can't remember. If I'm being honest, we've got hundreds of inquiries a day. We've grown, of course, and from time to time I still speak to some candidates because it's the only time I've got. But then again, important things really matter, especially if we just spend our time, dealing with special situations of our candidates. I mean to say visa expirings, contract expiring, people who stuck somewhere. We of course know this. We prioritize these people, and we try our best to help them out. So, and there you have it, guys. That is another epic story from our epic guest today, Juvy, who is originally from the Philippines, worked 7 years in Saudi, and is now an official senior carer of Ian's domiciliary care in the UK. If I'm being honest, that is a fantastic story. You've seen the patience in the journey. She believed that each of us has their own timeline. She was patient, she was understanding, and she was really committed to the goal that she set for herself. And that's what made her stand out for me, if I'm being honest. And so She's got what she deserved, and now she's living the life that she's always wanted since 10 years ago. And I hope that you enjoy your stay in the UK, Juvy. And for those of you who are watching, what are you waiting for? Join our upcoming webinar on the 7th of January next year. It's another hybrid event here in Dubai in Sofitel Hotel downtown. So, see you guys there, and hopefully once we meet in person, don't bring your kids, bring me sushi instead. Okay, I'm just kidding, right? Don't bring anything, okay? Bring yourself, bring your hopes, bring your pens and papers, because this is the start of your new journey, your journey to the UK. So, we'll see you again, guys, next Friday. Now, before I forget, advance Merry Christmas to all of you. I wish you and your family the merriest Christmas of all. And for those of you who are already in the UK, through our help, we thank you, of course, for allowing us to support you and putting your trust in us. I hope to see you all guys soon. And again, I will catch you with our next episode next year, next Friday, with a bigger and better Epic Fridays with me. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great morning.